All right, thanks so much, Tyler. Well, if you've ever had a sore, red, and swollen spot on your tongue, it could be an inflamed taste bud. And here to tell us all about it this morning is Nurse Christina Paris from the VA. So, good morning, Nurse Christina.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you. So we want to know, where are the taste buds located and what exactly do they do?
So the bumps that we actually see on our tongue are actually called papilla, and they're not the taste buds themselves necessarily, but there's three main forms of papilla that hold taste buds, and it's the fungi form. That's what we see on the top of the tongue, the bumps there, and a little bit on the side. Folate, we see more on the sides of the tongue, and circumvallate are typically in the back of the tongue. Now, on each of these papillae, there are up to like 20 taste buds, and the taste buds are kind of on the sides, and they're column cells. So there's like 50 to 100 column cells that are lined up next to each other, and they have little hairs called microvilla, and it's those microvilla that help us taste. And when we're thinking of taste, there's 5 typical tastes that we taste. So it's sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and savory. And so if you think of those papilla as the main part for taste, they're also the ones that when they get irritated or inflamed, that's where we feel the pain.
Okay, that's really interesting too. We've also heard of the phrase lie bumps. So what exactly are lie bumps?
So when we get those inflammation, it's called transient lingual papillatus, which means an inflammation of the papilla cell, papillae cells. And so lie bumps came because people used to believe that if you had one of these, it was because you lied. So if you lied, then your tongue got irritated because of that. But now we know that it's just really an inflammation.
Okay, so it's not if you actually lie, it's just if you can eat something that's a little sensitive. All right, that's good to know. But what exactly, Christina, are some of the causes for those, irritable red bumps on our tongues that we can get sometimes?
So there's a lot of different things that can cause it. It can be caused by stress. Maybe you got an infection. Sometimes eating hot foods or spicy foods, foods that have capsaicin in them, like peppers, can irritate it. Smoking, mouth infection, stress. Maybe you just physically injured it, like burned it, or it hurt it somehow or cut it. Sometimes we eat those sharp foods. Anyone who's eaten Captain Crunch knows that it scratches the roof of your mouth. So things like that can irritate those papillae.
Gotcha. Okay, so there are a few different causes there. So is there a treatment for when this does happen?
So the main treatment is just removing the cause. So if you know that, after I eat spicy foods, one of these seems to get infected, so you may want to not eat spicy foods. So then you can use mouth gargles, like warm saltwater gargles in your mouth. That can help. Adding ice. Some people think swishing your mouth with honey can heal it. Some use ginger or garlic, maybe drinking teas that are infused with those. Brushing your teeth at least twice a day. And you can avoid smoking and things like that. So again, removing the cause can be very helpful.
Gotcha, that's good to know. And I know it can last for a little bit, but it's about being patient and just kind of taking it step by step. But Christina, really quickly too, do we ever need to seek medical attention for these little bumps on our tongues?
So typically they only last 2 to 3 days, even though they can be so annoying. And you want to just make sure that you don't do anything to irritate them more. And if they last longer than that, then it might be worth going in to see your doctor to see if there is something that more or less common that might need to be looked at, mouth cancers, things like that. So watch for that. Anything longer than 2 to 3 days, I would go seek medical attention just to make sure it's not something more serious.
Okay, that's good to know there, but also good to know just what causes this stuff and how to take care of it as well too. So Christina, thank you so much as always. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Take care.
You too. Alrighty, coming up